This is Unit 3, The Place Where I Live, Lesson 3, A Tour Around London, Part 2, drugi dio videa za ovu lekciju. Razlog što su dva videa je što na YouTube ne možemo staviti video duže od 15 minuta, a mislim da je bolje da sporije pričam, da djeca bolje ponove. Now, page 41 in your book, exercise D, tick true or false. Stavi kvačicu kod je li istinita ili lažna ova izjava. Pročitati je naravno moraš. Tower Bridge is a beautiful tower in London. True or false? There are 2 fountains, 2 lions and a statue in Trafalgar Square. Telephone boxes, mailboxes and double-decker buses are red in London. Big Ben is an old bridge. The London Eye is a big wheel. There is a lake in Oxford Street. Tower Bridge is a beautiful tower in London. It's not, it's a bridge, so it's false. There are 2 fountains, 2 lions and a statue in Trafalgar Square. False, there are 4 lions, 4 su lava. Telephone boxes, mailboxes and double-decker buses are red in London. It's true. Big Ben is an old bridge. False, Big Ben is a clock tower. The London Eye is a big wheel. True. There is a lake in Oxford Street. False, Oxford Street is a shopping street. There is no lake, nema jezera u ulici Oxford. Idemo dalje. Page 41, exercise E, listen and circle the correct word, then give the right answer. Poslušaj pa zaokruži pravu riječ, onda daj pravi odgovor.
Track 30. 1. Are there a lot of shops in London? 2. Are the taxis in London red? 3. Is the river in London called the Thames? 4. Is a London policeman called a bobby? 5. Is the Tower of London now a museum? 6. Are there 4 fountains in Trafalgar Square?
Ok, dakle zamijenila sam slajdove slučajno pa imate odmah i odgovore. Dakle, are there a lot of shops in London? Are there a lot of shops in London? Yes, there are. Ima mnogo trgovina. Are the taxis in London red? Jesu li taksi crveni? No, they aren't. Is the river in London called the Thames? Je li rijeka u Londonu se zove Temza? Yes, it is. Is a London policeman called a bobby? Yes, he is. Is the Tower of London now a museum? Dakle, ona je rekla museum, ovo je greškom zaokružen prison. Treba zaokružiti museum. Yes, it is. Znači, are there 4 fountains in Trafalgar Square? Ima li 4 fontane na Trafalgar trgu? No, there aren't. There are only 2 fountains. Samo su 2 fontane. Now, talk about the place where you live. Pričaj o mjestu gdje živiš. Is there a river, a lake or the sea in the place where you live? Ima li rijeka, jezero ili more u mjestu gdje živiš? Dolje ti je započeta rečenica. There isn't a river, a lake or the sea in the place where I live. Dakle, ti ćeš reći there is ako ima, there isn't ako nema. Are there buses or trams? What color are they? Ima li autobusa ili tramvaja, koje su boje? There aren't buses or trams. Dakle, dovoljno je da kažete there are buses. They are white and green color, I guess, Arriva. Are there any old castle bridges or towers? Ima li starih dvoraca, mostova ili tornjeva? There are or there aren't any old castles, bridges or towers. Svatko će reći za svoje mjesto. Na primjer, Tekić može reći there is an old Roman city. Postoji stari rimski grad. Are there any famous squares, streets or parks? What are they called? Ima li poznatih trgova, ulica ili parkova? There are ako ima, there aren't ako nema any famous squares, streets or parks. Are there any beaches or mountains? Ima li plaža ili planina? There aren't any mountains in the place where I live. Dakle, mi možemo reći there is a Papuk mountain in a place where I live. What's your favorite place? Koje ti je najdraže mjesto? What can you do there? My favorite place is, ja sam ponudila nekoliko mogućih odgovora. School playground, football field, park. I can play, meet my friends, play football there. Dakle, što možeš tamo raditi. Now, next exercise, you have to write the sites. Treba napisati imena ovih znamenitosti. Stop the video and do it. You can help yourself with the book. Zaustavi video i to napravi. Možeš si pomoći knjigom. Here are the solutions. Evo rješenja. Now, complete the sentences with the right words from task A. Dopuni rečenice pravom riječju iz prvog zadatka. The big clock is cold. Druga rečenica is a beautiful old bridge. You can go shopping in. Is the biggest park in London. Was a prison but now is a museum. You can take a ride on a wheel which is cold. Is the name of the London Underground. You can see Admiral Nelson's statue in. Dakle, ja sam ti pročitala rečenice, pročitaš ih i upišeš kud što ide iz prethodnog zadatka. Stop the video. Check your answers. Provjeri ovdje odgovore. You can stop the video. So, the big clock is called Big Ben. Tower Bridge is a beautiful old bridge. You can go shopping in Oxford Street. Hyde Park is the biggest park in London. The Tower of London was a prison but now is a museum. You can take a ride on a wheel which is called the London Eye. The Tube is the name of the London Underground. You can see Admiral Nelson's statue in Trafalgar Square. Next, you have to write is, isn't, are, aren't. Stop the video. You have to look at the pictures and correct the sentences. Dakle, trebaš pogledati slike i ispraviti rečenice sa isn't ili aren't. What's wrong? Complete the sentences with isn't or aren't so that they are true. Dakle, you always have to first read the exercise. Dakle, uvijek treba prvo pročitati zadatak. You can stop the video and do it. Here are the answers. There isn't a statue of Admiral Nelson on Big Ben. Dakle, Admiral Nelson definitivno nije na Big Benu. There aren't blue double-decker buses in London streets. Nema plavih autobusa u Londonu na ulicama. There aren't four fountains in Trafalgar Square. Nema 4 fontane na Trafalgar trgu. There isn't a green telephone box in London. Nema zelene govornice u Londonu. There isn't a London Eye in the river. Londonsko oko nije u rijeci. There isn't a tube in Hyde Park. Nema podzemne usred parka Hyde. Now, the last exercise you don't have to do it. Ovaj zadatak ne morate uraditi. Dakle, write about the place where you live. The prompts below can help you do this. Draw or stick a photo of your favorite place in your town or village. Start like this. I live in Tekić, Rajsavac, Trešnjevci, Cerovac. There are a lot of family houses in my city. There aren't many, čega nema puno, u tvom mjestu. There aren't many parks, there aren't many shops. There is, čega ima. There is a church in my place, there is a school in my place. There isn't, čega nema. There isn't a shop or supermarket in my place. There isn't a coffee shop in my place. I like because there I can. I like park because there I can play with my friends. Or I like playground because there I can play with my friends. Tako bi otprilike mogao zvučati vaš sastavak. But you can draw a place where you live. Ali možete nacrtati mjesto u kojem živite. Podsjetimo se ono što smo odgovarali, imali autobusa, imali tramvaja, tu priču bi trebalo provježbati i pokušati bar pročitati ako ne možeš ispričati na kraju ovog sata. Vrednovanje. Imenujem poznate londonske znamenitosti i predstavljam ih u govoru. Govorim o svome mjestu, imenujem znamenitosti i predstavljam ih u govoru. Za well done većinom imenujem poznate londonske znamenitosti i predstavljam ih nešto teže u govoru. Većinom imenujem znamenitosti u svome mjestu i većinom ih tečno predstavljam u govoru. I za ok, teško imenujem londonske znamenitosti, neke pomiješam ili teže izgovaram, predstavljam ih u govoru uz pomoć. Imenujem znamenitosti u svome mjestu uz pomoć, a predstavljam ih u govoru teško. Pogledat ću video još jednom. That's all for today. Thank you very much.